One reason why I studied here in ULIS is that it gained its prestige and reputation in terms of the courses that they offer, both for the local and for the international level. That's why I chose to decide to study.
Hello everybody, my name is Wei Yu. I come from China. I'm a PhD student at ULIS. ULIS has been known as a prestigious university in languages, linguistics, and international studies. That's why I'd like to come here and study here. Thank you.
My name is Chisomanso Henry Chukuma. I am an English teacher with 5 years teaching experience. I am a graduate of ULIS. I chose to study in ULIS because it has a conducive environment for learners and it integrates international students in their affairs. So I was very interested in knowing what they have to offer for me.
Well, to be honest, I was surprised at first because it's beyond what I expected, and what the courses of ULIS has offered to the international students has helped me to shape my profession as a teacher and of course the future to come as well.
Actually, I'm so satisfied with the study experience here because ULIS has provided excellent platform for me to study in a warm atmosphere.
I think I am very satisfied with my postgraduate degree diploma here in ULIS, coupled with my MS TEFL here in ULIS, because I believe that my experiences here in ULIS has been very friendly and interesting. I interacted and was taught by dedicated lecturers, outstanding researchers, and very welcoming administrative staffs. So I believe that my satisfaction cannot be quantified.
It is indeed relevant to my professional need because I'm working as a teacher and I am taking Master's of Science in TESOL. So I think the courses or the disciplines that I'm learning here is something that I can acquire as a teacher in the future. And of course, how can I apply that to my students and teaching as well? So that's
Yes, I think it is very useful because my major is English language teaching methodology, and I have acquired many theories and methods in this major, and I think it's very useful for my professional needs.
Of course, I do think that the course is useful to my professional needs and career because it helped me to know the practical needs of my learners. It helped me to integrate a lot of teaching skills, a lot of teaching methodologies, which I learned here.
okay. If given the chance to rate it from range 1 to 10, I'd rate it at a rate of 9 out of 10. Because number one, I believe that the course is something that will help me shape to who I am today, and of course in the future is something that will help me to inspire my students, and of course the teachers are also helpful to what I needed as a teacher.
I think generally the course is very practical, useful, and interesting because it helped me in my teaching career in the sense that I used the skills and the knowledge I gathered from the course to apply in my teaching of Vietnamese learners, which helped me in knowing their learning needs, their target needs, and how to employ a lot of activities in the classroom to help them develop their teaching, their learning skills from my day-to-day teaching activities.
when I first entered ULIS, I was surprised that my professors come from different universities abroad. So it's like my professors are channel of the institutions that they had into this institution. So whatever we're learning here is something that they acquire also from outside Vietnam. So it's something that is relevant to what we are learning today. And I think the program itself and the professor, they are very welcoming to me because they ask for some, let's say, suggestions, or they ask for if I have some questions. So they're also hospitable in terms of international students.
Yes, I think the lectures are very excellent and knowledgeable. I have learned much from them, and they always gave me sufficient feedback and support during my study process.
Alright, I think that generally the courses I took here in ULIS during my master's in science in teaching of English as a foreign language did help me in facilitating my teaching abilities. I met Professor Huang Van, who is an erudite scholar. His skills in applied linguistics were very beneficial to me because he did walk me through the intricacies and the practical benefits of applied linguistics. I also came across Dr. Haiha, and he was very good in his teaching methodologies courses, and I was able to learn new teaching methodologies and methods, which up till now I am still applying in my teaching activities, and which has helped me to help my learners greatly. And I believe they are very good and wonderful lecturers that has both grounded knowledge in their courses and with a lot of experiences both here in Vietnam and outside Vietnam. So I really appreciate their efforts towards helping me walk through this MS program effectively. And I am very happy to say that it is an honor to have been taught by these wonderful lecturers.
Right. At first, the staff didn't allow me to pursue my master's here because I was having trouble in terms of my workload and at the same time my school timetable. But eventually, the school helped me and supported me throughout this process, which they allowed me to continue my postgraduate and to perform my tasks and my duties and obligation as a student. So I'm here right now and I'm pursuing my master's degree. So they're very supportive to me.
I think the staffs are very hardworking and supportive. I want to show my sincere gratitude to Dr. Huang An-Duan. He support me a lot on my research, and especially in the period of COVID-19.
Okay, I think that the staffs in Faculty of Foreign Language here in ULIS were very supportive to me, especially Miss Ayat, Miss Mai Hoon, and Miss Dao, whom I often call Ko Dao. And I think their administrative excellence towards interacting with students, both in terms of admission and activities which might be extracurricular activities, or in terms of their performances, are very useful and very effective. I think that their activities in helping me to walk through the MS program were very useful, and I think their administrative excellence are quite reckoning.
I have this one classmate who gave me the lunch. I think it's lunch. So I feel how I was very welcome to their group and to the class itself. So they supported me whenever I have some questions. they translated whatever announcement there is, so they impart all the announcements to me and answering all the questions that I have in mind.
I always talk with my classmates and communicate with them and ask for them suggestions about my study.
I think my classmates were very helpful, beneficial, and quite friendly people, because even though they came from a different cultural background, I was able to get acquainted with them, and they really helped me a lot in my learning activities through collaborative works in the classroom and outside the classroom. And I made a couple of friends. I have friends with name Gwenteman and What, and some other wonderful people, which time may not permit me to mention. But generally, I think that my Vietnamese colleagues were very helpful to me with their knowledge, teaching experiences, and sharing. So I am very happy to have met them all.
Alright, in terms of the content and the knowledge, I believe that I am so far progressive to what I had before because of those strategies that the professor enabled us as students. And aside from that, most approach in the ULIS are student-centered. And at the same time, they engage students into their full potential. And at the same time, professors help us to collaborate, to extend our ideas, to be more practical in terms of our self and to our teachings.
I think I have benefited a lot from the process of all of the areas you have mentioned, and I think because the curriculum is breadth and balance, which benefit my professional needs, and I think the knowledge for the subject is the basic one, and it can be developed into the skills and abilities when it is internalized and absorbed. So from the process, I think I learned that the learning is not for it's not for a product, but for a process.
I think that I have been able to accumulate, acquired, and learned a great deal of knowledge, practical teaching knowledge and skills from my lecturers and from the courses they have taught me here in ULIS. I was able to do courses like applied linguistics, curriculum development and design, teaching methodologies, and quite a couple of courses. But generally, I think that these courses help me fashion and sharpen my teaching abilities in my day-to-day activities, because up to now I still reflect on them. It still serves the basis of my assessment, of my teaching, of my activities in the classroom. So I believe that the course were quite useful, beneficial, and practical to my teaching career.
I think there are two strengths of every program. Number one, it's really cost effective. Well, it's not really expensive to study here at ULIS, and at the same time, they are giving an impressive impact and knowledge to students. So it's worth the choice of studying here. And at the same time, courses in ULIS are well driven and well planned. So this is to prepare individuals to their future career, to their potential, and to their future endeavor, to whatever profession they are going to embark in the future.
I think the program, the PhD program in ULIS is very comprehensive, and in order to complete all of the part of the program, the candidate should have the determination, patience, and perseverance.
I believe that here in ULIS, it is full of conducive environment, committed teachers that are willing to help the students in their academic journey.
So 3 adjectives that I consider ULIS. MA studies in ULIS, number 1, is goal-oriented. So it encourages students to reach their goals. Another is student-centered. So most approaches, most disciplines, most courses are in line on how students reach their maximum potential. And at the same time, the third is studying in ULIS is diverse. So it's not just about my culture, but at the same time, I'm learning also from other cultures as well. So that's the diversity that I get from ULIS.
Okay, thank you. They are enjoyable, valuable, and meaningful.
I believe that MS TEFL here in ULIS is practical, interesting, and engaging.